All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Fucking baby, let's get prehistoric in this shit!
Don't wait till the night before Christmas to be good.
And in 3, 2, 1, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the 12 Podcasts of Christmas. It's another year. It's actually probably the most special one we've ever done. We have been doing Prehistoric Productions now for 10 years. So welcome to the 10th anniversary of the 12 Podcasts of Christmas. Very exciting times. I'm one of your hosts, as always, Francois the Nation.
I'm Andrew Sorsdahl.
Oh,
and you're not sure who you are anymore.
how?
Mickey Rooney.
That's pretty good.
I'm Mickey Rooney.
Well, welcome, everybody.
I
As
tried to
said,
figure out when I started doing that because I did introduce myself by my real name
for a little while.
for a few years even.
I thought it was pretty quick when you started the thing.
No, I think even in the third season.
Really?
I was still saying
Really,
that.
really. Third season. I guess it's kind of, Christmas season,
We do
yeah.
we do
12
seasons.
1 hour
We have
episodes.
every year.
This is the 10th season, I
Yeah.
guess. Wow.
So as I was saying before, we have been doing Prehistoric Productions for 10 years now, and if you know us or you follow us, one of the very first things we ever did as a company, and I guess it was like to get used to each other and editing and the whole fucking shebang, was the very first year we did Prehistoric Productions. Even maybe before we were incorporated, we did it.
Yep.
We did the 12 Podcasts of Christmas.
The year before we incorporated, the Christmas before we incorporated,
Yeah.
we did 12 podcasts.
Yeah, so it's hands down probably our longest run, definitely our longest running independent creative project that we did. This year we thought we'd go a little fancier, so we went and bought some furniture. We got some mic stands.
Some very high-end furniture from many, the same high-end furniture store, even.
We have some two-dimensional fire. That's pretty sick. There's probably going to be an A&W ad on there at some point, but we'll see what happens. Maybe the SAS party. Saw a Dove commercial as well, so who knows?
Nice.
It could be anything.
Solid brand, solid sponsors.
All good. And
Except for the
definitely
SAS party,
sponsors.
because I can't even pretend like that. They're solid. Fuck them. Let's start things off like we did last year. There was a certain little wager that was made, and a certain someone, this time, not this guy, a certain someone has to eat a certain something. So, Brad, why don't you do us the honor of telling us a little bit about what you're about to consume and why?
Okay, so last year, Andrew fucked up big time. So I'm going to focus primarily on that. Then we'll touch a little bit on what happened.
No. That was last year.
Excuse me.
No, that was.
You gave me the floor.
I said.
So I'm going to go into
no.
detail about what happened last year because it's a big recap season, 10 years. We're recapping hard.
I see.
Then I'm going to very
Yeah,
briefly touch.
we'll do this debate style. It's like you get a 5-minute intro, then you would response, and then
I actually have a rebuttal, so you go ahead. I do.
That I'm going to. About this year, we're leaving that off the floor.
So I'm sorry. If you open much like in a court of law, if you bring up a previous year, that opens up the floor. So
Listen, this is a bit of a retrospective thing. So talking about this year is kind of useless. What we're going to do is we're going to go back and focus on what happened last year. We're going to go into extraneous detail about that.
Gotcha.
Then I'm going to very briefly touch on what happened this year. Then we're going to go through that. And then you can say whatever heinous, futile. Anyway, last year on the Prehistoric Podcast, Andrew, something about eggnog. He fucked up. It was terrible. I don't remember.
you let me know when my rebuttal can happen.
ahead.
I won't even.
that was hilarious. You
I
have no details.
No, I don't. I don't
That's so
really
funny.
remember what happened. You said there was eggnog.
think I
There
even
wasn't any
remember at all.
eggnog. I let you go to a couple different stores. You were still wrong.
Yeah.
You were so certain that I bet you would have to drink
3 raw eggs.
3 raw eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tuned into episode 1 of last year, Andrew drank
Yeah.
3 raw eggs.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a little bit vindicated, even though it's a different year. I recognize that year was wrong. This year, shortly before Halloween, I took a photo of a thing full of eggnog at Safeway. I went back end of last week, and there was no eggnog in the store.
But there is no photo evidence of that second thing. That's just completely
true.
insane.
Well,
The first one, I will totally admit, yes, there was eggnog. But this theory about it selling out, not coming back, that is completely hearsay.
No, it's.
And we know you've come up with this sort of thing.
Okay, this year, what happened? This year was Brad and.
I'm gonna. You told me to.
Well, then go ahead. You go right ahead. Let's get her going. I'm sick of looking at that smug little fucking face.
Okay.
Let's get that fucking pepper down that fucking gullet, you motherfucker.
So we were out filming coincidentally, because of the theme of this year's podcast of looking back, we were filming Justin LaBrash's wedding. Justin and Carissa, congratulations, you two. One of our oldest clients, and
well, not oldest or longest running.
Longest running, sorry.
Maybe most prolific. I think still most prolific.
Probably.
Client? Yeah.
Probably the one we've worked with.
Easily.
So Andrew's got narcolepsy. And on the way home, narcolepsy is theft? No. No, narcolepsy is a penchant for falling asleep, but
Well, I think it's that's like a condition.
I don't have narcolepsy.
Andrew's a narcolept. And we were all quite tired. It was a long drive. We had to go all the way down to Weyburn, and we came back in one day. Or did we stay? No, we didn't stay down.
What was
No,
it?
we did end up being able to.
4.5 hour drive.
We drove down there, filmed, and then drove all the way back to Saskatoon.
Yeah, because my foot was
Anyway,
on crazy. Yeah.
So I bet Andrew, a condition from his childhood is that he tends to fall asleep in the vehicle. He was trained to do so very strategically by his parents for long road trips.
I will accept that.
And
assessment.
so generally, I do most of the driving when we drive long distances. And Andrew likes to ride shotgun. Fran sits in the middle, in the back.
Hey, I've offered to sit in the back many times.
Absolutely. We're just saying what we just normally do.
Don't paint me out to be a monster yet.
Anyway, so Andrew usually falls asleep. I don't think that's.
I also, to be fair, I don't disagree with that assessment. I also am not trying to not fall asleep most of the time.
That's true. I bet Andrew that I would eat a bird's eye chili if he didn't fall asleep on the 4.5 hour drive back.
Up against, what was I up against, though?
I don't know what you do.
6 raw eggs.
6 raw eggs.
Also, all at once. No option to do.
I just for clarification's sake, I've agreed to this. I have not seen a peer-reviewed piece of research telling me the etymology of the term bird's eye chili and Thai red chili are equitable. Now, I'm willing to eat this because from all of the anecdotal evidence and the online uncited sources that I've seen, they do use the term interchangeably. But I have yet to see a peer-reviewed scientific study about the etymology of both words and the two of them being used interchangeably in a thesaurical manner.
All this is just stalling. He's got to eat a fucking Thai red chili. We got one right here. I let him do a small one. Now, before you do this, I got to say...
You gonna find the biggest one now?
Oh, that's a mistake. That's a fucking mistake.
Aren't you like scorpions? The bigger they are.
You gotta chew. You actually have to chew.
Bring her up, Alex. Bring her up.
You gotta chew.
No, I'll chew it
for at least 5 seconds.
Okay, backstory.
And swallow.
Not only do I not like scary things, I also don't like hot stuff.
Like I've heard you reference
Saw this week too, so you're really having a week.
Well, I don't think Saw bugs me because of the gore. That was our private movie night. We saw Saw all through the pandemic.
You hate Saw. You always talk about how much you fucking hate Saw.
An invite would have been nice.
You can't talk about how much you hate a franchise all the time and then expect people to want you to come.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. I'm gonna eat this fucking thing.
Do it.
fuck. I don't like Tabasco.
I've heard you reference barbecue sauce as being spicy.
What was that?
I was gonna wipe it off.
Oh.
I don't know what fucking. I don't know what bullshit he's done.
You pulled it out of the fucking package.
He put
That bite right to the green.
Yeah, you don't have to eat the stem. Yeah.
What kind of pepper is this? Sorry.
A Thai chili.
So this is in food sometimes. Like I probably had.
Oh,
this in
they put them whole in food all the time. Like
Oh, okay.
They put like 5 or 6 in like pad thai all the time.
Bothering you right away? Yeah, it seems to be. Give me one of those.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Fuck, I'm so curious. I also I'm not a big fan of spicy shit, but I'm very curious as to the experience.
Here's like a littler one.
Fuck.
I just have no.
That's very
I just
hot
have no interest.
That's very hot for me.
Like scale of 1 to 10. Where you got to talk us through it.
I don't eat spicy food, so for me this is very high. 8.
Don't fucking rub your eyes.
Even that little bit was
Yeah.
immediately present.
I told Andrew I'm not gonna fucking drink the milk for 5 minutes.
Holy. Yeah, I don't know. You gave that a good chew, man.
Oh yeah.
It's not like I know people that eat
It's stingy. It stings
spicy
bad.
things or don't.
I did a point.
That wouldn't bother anybody who eats.
Yeah, it's not actually. Well, I don't know. Like maybe it really hit your throat. I was lucky mine didn't quite hit my throat too bad. So but inside of my mouth it's fucking stinging like a son of a bitch.
Well, I feel like I gotta fucking take a little bite now too.
I don't think it'll bug you that bad.
I'm glad I didn't hit the back of my throat.
I didn't get on my lips.
That's what she said.
Go ahead and talk about the podcast.
Oh my goodness. It's a good little Peter Piper picked pair of pickled peppers.
Oh yeah, it's got some heat.
It stings. Like you can feel it in your whole mouth.
Yeah, this isn't like hot ones, but for me it's very hot.
I specifically went upon Evan's suggestion. Went to Market of Asia.
Yeah, okay.
So these are like these aren't like American. These are like Asian.
I'm starting to feel it in my throat a little bit now. Yeah.
Anyway, this
Yeah, it's not great, but it's not terrible for me.
I wouldn't cook with this. Like I don't think I would put this in food. Not if I didn't. If I de-seeded it, maybe.
It's
If I really
much less. It's much less potent when you cook it.
Yeah. I guess if it was really fucking mixed in with some other shit.
Like you would put one of those in a pad thai.
Yeah, maybe. Like if I
My fucking tongue
I would
is
probably
needle.
de-seed it first. Like I would cut it in half. I would de-seed it, and then I would cut it into little.
You can have the milk. Just have the milk. It's okay.
Yeah. When is it? We don't have a timer.
Oh, whatever. I know.
Oh,
Man.
it's got some heat. Like it's not nothing.
Not nothing.
I also had like a tiny piece. He had a full
It's
fucking pepper.
not a fucking jalapeno. That's for sure.
No, I wanted to pick something because originally you were like habanero. I'm like, there's no way you could handle a habanero.
No.
No, you would be on the floor crying and shitting your pants.
Yeah. It only is better when the milk is in my mouth.
Man, I just don't even fucking understand. Like, there are people who are just like, I would love to eat that thing. It's like, why? What pleasure do you get from this
It's
fucking
like in the
thing?
fjords where I come from.
Yeah,
don't have
I'm
peppers
feeling
like
a
that.
little bit on my tongue too. Like it's not awesome.
Anyway, it's 10 years.
Solidarity.
Don't give you any relief?
That helps when it's in there.
Temporarily. Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
10 years. Brad, what are some of your most cherished the projects we've worked on?
Fuck!
Actually, Alex, you'll be fucking sick. Is if you cut to a close-up and open Chrome in that laptop, you could play, if you go to our website, if you maybe cut to a close-up, open up Chrome on the laptop, then go to our website, just to have that open, and go to the music video tab. Then yeah, we could maybe look at some of the old music videos or whatever. Then they'll be playing on the back there. Oh yeah, we can see what he's doing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, just open up a new tab.
Fuck!
There you go. And then
It's fucking worse now.
prehistoricproductions.com.
It's worse.
It's so fucking hot. My fucking tongue is burning so bad.
Yeah, I just type in prehistoricproductions.com.
It's fucking cramping my mouth up.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck, I hate it.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Then go to the portfolio or the whatever. Yeah, the music videos.
Do you have ice?
There you go.
You don't have any ice in your house right now?
And then just scroll all the way to the bottom.
Which one are you guys nominated?
Arrows. Yeah, that's the one that we've done on it.
No, can you play Stick Breaker?
Stick breaker. Okay, go. So scroll down, keep scrolling. Stick breaker is a black and white video. That's the Nosferatu one.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Oh, for God's sakes.
We
We did win for this one, but. So scale of 1 to 10, Brad. Still?
Fucking 9. My tongue is fucked right now. The second the milk comes off, it's just ripping hot.
Yeah, there's stick breaker right there. It's that one.
This one
The neon one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Ooh, I feel like mine is. The roof of my mouth is actually kind of
Full
burning.
screen that bad boy, or play and then full screen it.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Let's just go back here.
I think this is my favorite music video we ever did.
Talk about why.
Short of it, the disappointment of it being 1080p instead of 4K, which was,
Yeah,
was
that
our
was-
first to shoot in
that
4K
was-
and then export in
That was a
1080p.
huge fucking.
This is the very first music video that we shot where I don't notice a mistake. So
What do
that,
you mean by that?
like,
Or
there,
something we could have done better.
no,
Thing.
not necessarily. We can always improve upon ourselves, but this is the first one where there's not. In videos leading up to this one, there are errors that nobody else will ever notice, but there are small errors in every video. This is the first one to me that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm very fond of this one too. Like this is one of those ones where I remember when they sent us the song, and there's this little riff at the beginning, or no, actually it's not at the beginning. I think it's the middle of the song. And the thing it reminded me of was, if you've ever played one of the Silent Hill games, or if you've seen the movie, there's this, the main theme is fucking awesome. But my favorite part of the main theme is at the very beginning, they got this, like the fucking guitar going really fast. And then there was this part in the music video that was like that. So right away, the vibe I got from the song was horror. So then I'm like, oh, we should lean into the horror thing. Like, let's maybe do black and white. And then I was like, what's something we haven't done? Like, let's play around with green screens. Let's do some silhouettes. Let's get something that's public domain. And Nosferatu is like fucking one of the oldest. Came out in the 20s, I think. Old fucking film. But in terms of imagery,
Yeah.
still
Stunning.
super great. Like the makeup on the main vampire, Count Orlok, I think his name is still incredible. I remember when I was editing this, I got this like really good like great riff of the movie. Somebody like just before that, somebody had released this like amazing high definition rip. So I got this rip and I was going through the whole movie, and I was shocked because it's a silent film. I was shocked at how well the plot of Nosferatu still it fully tells the story of, like, if you've ever read Bram Stoker's Dracula, it tells that story maybe better. It is hands down one of the best tellings of the Dracula story, beginning to end. Like,
Don't want to correct you here, Frankenstein's monster. It's actually Count Orlok.
oh, I see, yeah.
As
Frankenstein's Orlok, as they say.
Yeah.
It's not Orlok. It's Frankenstein's Orlok.
This, I
The
would
monster.
say,
The monster's actually the doctor. That's a common misconception, is people don't know that the doctor's actually the monster. So.
This is the first one for me where I wouldn't change anything about this video except for the resolution.
Yeah, that was shitty. So we've talked about this on the podcast before, but it sucked. So we got this. It was our very first Blackmagic camera, and it was like the first widely available 4K camera that could shoot in RAW and cinema camera. It was like the only one you could get that was a reasonable price. Everything back then. This was like what, circa
And that was
2014,
awful
2015.
D&Gs.
Yeah, everything. The only 4K cameras you get were Reds and Arri Alexas, and those were to get them kitted out. It would minimum, I think back then, was 25 to 30 grand, and that's the cheapest of the fucking cheap, whatever. And anyways, so Blackmagic came out with the first cinema camera, which we still have in the office here. It's a great little relic, but it could shoot RAW, it could shoot 4K, it could only shoot up to 30 FPS.
Yeah, 30
Yeah,
FPS.
like
3 ISO settings.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, literally. If 200, 400, 800, I think were the only ISO settings, so it's super limited. But we were the first people probably in Saskatchewan doing 4K raw footage at this at an affordable rate. So we were offering 4K music videos in this province, I think, way before anybody else was. And so we shot this whole thing on a green screen and 4K raw, and that camera. We have these new Blackmagic cameras that are fantastic. When we shoot in RAW with those, it just shoots like a video file. It's great, and then you have all the control over it. But these cameras, it's like an image file. It's like it's like if you've ever, how do I describe this? If you ever do like animation or anything, you usually don't render a animation as a single video file. What you'll do to prevent fuck ups is you render it as individual images. So that way, like let's say. You're rendering your animation, and then
Your computer crashes.
3 hours into the process, your computer crashes. Sucks, but no big deal because you still have those individual images. So it's a very effective way to render without if something fucks up, you don't lose everything. And anyways, so similarly to that, like these cameras shot in these big image sequences, so they're a fucking bitch to especially back then. We were still editing on this fucking laptop that we have sitting right there, or no, we added this desktop, but very similar machines in terms of their internals. And so we edited the whole thing in 4K, super excited about it, and then the band, they're Ill Creature now, they were the Pistol Whips, but they were like, we need this in like 2 weeks, and we're like, there's no way we're gonna, because back then to render 4K took us fucking forever.
Like we had to do like each 10-second sequence, and we'd have to
And it's
do it 8 hours to
and
render.
you can see it's like this is all green screen shit. It's all like just tons of fucking green screen work. So we were like, there's no way we're gonna be able to get all this rendered in 2 weeks. So then we had to bite the bullet and we rendered everything at 1080p and we had exported at 1080p. And then it ended up that they didn't even use it in 2 weeks, and we could have had the time to render everything in 4K. But besides the point, anyways, it's still something that I think we do have the project file somewhere, and I've thought about like maybe we should go back and do like a remastered 4K like ultimate cut of Stick Breaker. But yeah, no, I agree. This is still one of our ones. It's crazy how early on we did this, and I think it's still awesome. And this film, if you ever want to see a rapid fire. Nosferatu. This music video goes all the way through Nosferatu the film. And it's all in sequence. Like nothing is out of place. Like it's all in that way. So if you ever want to see a shitty cropped sometimes version of Nosferatu all the way through, there you go. It's right there.
I will say this is also one of the I think maybe the first video that we did that I think really was a next level. It was like the concept and the song fit so well together.
Mm.
It was the first one we did. Like we done lots that were good and whatever, but this is the one where I was like, man, the song elevates the video elevates the song. They work so nicely in tandem.
Yeah. And it was so nice. Like I'm watching it now, and I can just fucking hear the song while I'm watching.
Yeah,
because I remember those moments of emphasis.
Da, na, na, na.
Like
And there was
the movie had these brilliant, like there's so many points in the movie that are visual. Like the movie is so visually arresting. Like
that was it actually.
I need to re-emphasize again. I only put effects in that one. I only added to Nosferatu one time, and it was putting the red eye in his eye, that one scene, because I thought it.
And then you did the
added.
fire cross.
Oh, the fire cross. So I did it twice. Sorry,
Yeah.
2 times. Yeah.
But
That's
there's
cool.
there's the famous scene of Warlock coming through the door. There is one segment in the song, and it actually just played, where it goes singer, guitarist's head, foot pedal, bassist.
You're talking about that.
And
We've always
there's
said
like
it's
this section, and it sounds like a gear change, like da na ch da ch, and like the cutting just like it sounds like a gear shifting.
Yeah.
Like, ch.
And it's funny. It's like it's one of those intangible things where it's like you can edit and cut and get very proficient in it. You can know why certain shots flow and why not. This is one of those in the scene that we'll still reference that sequence of shots and how well it flows, and it's the music and it's the shots or whatever. But we still it's like there's not really a great reason as to like why it necessarily works. It's like something about it just has always
bites.
felt perfect. And it's like if you watch a music video, you would be able to pick that. If we said there's a 5 second part of the
Everything's
music video.
just like,
And it just,
yeah,
it
bump,
feels,
bump, bump.
all I can, the best way you describe it, it feels right. It just feels right. And it's like, yeah. So yeah, I agree.
paired beautifully.
This music video, yeah, it's a great testament to or us early in our careers, and like we were capable of some.
It was the peak
Yeah.
of our early career, I would say.
Yeah.
I would still say this video is completely unrecognized and would be very competitive with any video getting an award nomination.
Yeah, it's too bad that
Yeah.
it's not. That wasn't a thing really
You know,
back then.
The other one I really wish we would have had our drone in 4K for is the Alex Shenton's Cease video.
Yeah, actually,
'Cause-
yeah.
Alex, if you don't
wanna-
mind, he was not expecting
Our
us to put like.
a producer here.
So sorry.
We did no.
No.
We just so happened to.
No, it's perfect.
We thought this TV
It would be good for a fireplace.
would be cute for a fireplace background, but then yeah, it's like.
Which one would you like?
So this one is
Cease. It's-
scroll down. Then
Yeah,
keep
they
scrolling
go-
down. This one will be a little
do
bit
more, yeah.
farther. Yeah, scroll down. Scroll down.
This is like right before we got our 4K cameras.
Yeah,
is when
scroll
we shot
down.
that right,
right
there.
there.
Yeah,
Cease
see
there
that one in the middle?
tree.
But beside the red
what?
one.
Oh, this
Beside the
one.
red one, yeah. So this one, I agree. This is
It still is gorgeous. Like I've gone back and watched
Yeah.
it recently, and like it would have been so nice to have our 4K drone and 4K like cameras with the gimbal with like
Yeah.
our gimbals
Yeah.
and like the shots we could have achieved, and we achieved great cinematography. To me, this is like
this was shot on the 5Ds.
Yeah.
On for you that don't know 5Ds. This was probably the Mark III, but at the beginning of our career, we used cameras that were made for photography, but for some reason, like I think it's because they used a full frame sensor, so they imitated.
We must have shot this with a Ronin M.
yes,
Yeah, totally, we did. Yeah. So they imitated at the time. It was the camera that imitated film the best, and I remember when we were in film school, that was the camera. Like if you knew somebody who had a 5D Mark II or a 5D Mark III, you needed to get that guy on your. If you were making a student film, like get that guy because then your film's gonna end up looking pretty good. And I had a sister who was in Emily Carr doing photography, and she had a 5D Mark II. So she allowed me to use that, and so that was really, really cool.
See, this is a good example of like, I love this video start to finish, but I'll always be bugged because you can see our reflection in his glasses when we're in close.
Yeah.
Nobody would ever fucking notice that, but that's just one thing that I'm like, fuck.
Oh yeah. And it was like at the time, it's like we just couldn't.
No, we had
because
no fucking way.
Using the lenses that we had to use, the Steadicam that we had to use, it's like there's not really any
And
way.
we couldn't have conceivably done it in post, I don't
Yeah,
think.
we couldn't have. No,
convincingly.
hell no. Not back then. Like
No.
maybe now I could do something that would be passable, but
Because I had to, for that JJ Voss video, I had to.
put in a reflection. Yeah,
Yeah.
but in this where it's like so much, and there's so much variation.
like
in
this
movement.
that shot with
Yeah,
the,
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
like-
forest. Yeah.
in the forest, the sunbeams, and like
This is
I
beautiful.
think
That's
that-
one of my favorite shots that we ever took.
This one is a testament to what you can accomplish if you go and shoot at the right times of day. Like that's one thing. It's like people, you do music videos. People ask about costs and whatever, and you got to think. It's like if you want to shoot in the morning and you want to shoot at dusk, it's going to add to the amount of time you've got to be out on a set, and it's like it makes
because you're multiple days for
Yeah.
it's 3 days of 2 hours at a time
Yeah.
hitting that dusk and hoping
Yeah.
the clouds are right
and
Yeah.
hopefully like the band or whatever can fit that into their schedule, because like some people can't do crazy early mornings, they can't do crazy late nights, or they can't do dusk, they can't do dawn. So it's stuff like that people don't think about, but it's like
Alex, can you come back to the wide? This particular shot, we filmed going one direction. We were driving, and then we're like, fuck, we want the light behind him, so we reshot it the other way.
yeah.
And I
Well,
just
it
completely
was on a
changed it.
different day, didn't we?
No, I think
we
it was
shot-
still that morning.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought we shot it the one day, and then we decided. Didn't we stay a whole other day just to do that shot? I think we did. Well, we were supposed to leave that morning, and then we were like, no, let's go
Yeah,
shoot
I
it
think
one
you're
at a
right.
time. I think
we
that's what
had
happened.
the first day we shot the like up on the mountain thing, and it was like, well, then this is perfect. This is great, and that we did like our first location. He had a bunch of locations for us, and the first location was like perfect. And so we're like, do we need to stay? And then we were all like, it's so good. Like, let's take the amount of time that we have booked and like stay and shoot at all these different places. And
I'll say this, like Alex Shen, incredibly talented individual,
Oh,
like
fucking
beautiful
love that
music.
guy.
Like I think all of this stuff's still on Spotify. Like fully go look at Rancher Sun on Spotify because it's brilliant music. and like the lyrics are just he is the definition of a poet. But
And this song
I'll
in
say-
particular, I think, really connect. A lot of people connect to this song because it's about like a loved one that's been lost and like still wanting to
And
do
that
them proud. And
Whoever was running the steady cam got tired and they dipped down, and
But
then
it
you
just
used
so
it for
happened
the
that,
end.
yeah, some early tracking work from me. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. It's not. I was watching fucking Spider-Man 3 yesterday, and at the end, I was watching. So Topher Grace plays Venom, and I'm probably the only person who would notice this, but I can now point at it to people. So he's got the way they did fucking Venom in that movie was Topher Grace had practical makeup on. It looks great, but then they would do a CGI like mask comes on him or whatever. But there are scenes when he's doing a speech, and you see that they've added CGI tendrils, and if you're looking at the CGI tendrils,
They're not.
they're not well tracked. And I'm sure at the time, man, that movie came out what 2007 or something. So like maybe at the time that was like as good as you could do with tracking, but you're watching that on a fucking 4K screen now, blown up. Like I'm like,
man. Yeah.
I'm literally like I could do better than that with Mocha now. Like it wouldn't do that. And I was shocked though, because like you don't see fuck ups like that very often. And it was the thing is they would have seen this fucking big ass wide shot in their little editing room and studio. Like somebody, I would be very surprised if somebody didn't notice that. Like I think it was one of those things where they said it's so quick, nobody's gonna be fucking looking at this specific tendril or whatever. It's fine, we'll just go with it. But I was shocked. I was actually like, that's not great. Like I don't like. I wouldn't like if somebody asked me to do that for the amount of money that editing house got paid. I'd be like, I ain't fucking paying them money for that. Fuck that. I mean, the turnaround time was also probably ridiculous. But anyways,
Fran, what's your pick?
We'll say we both kind of picked early. So like what like first 5 years.
I think like for me, like I'd love to bring up Runaway because it's our first music video we ever shot. I think it's always worth bringing up. And for me, it was there's the phrase like a trial by fire, and I have never had. That's in my life. That's probably the most trial by fire moment I ever had. Because yeah, I'll like thinking about it, like talking about it from my perspective, like. It's interesting to think about our early days because we're so familiar with each other. We see each other all the fucking time, like great friends now or great enemies, and enemies that have to work.
Frenemies, I think they
close
call
proximity. But at the time, I knew you, but it's like not like we were fucking close buddies, like whatever. It's not like we'd ever went out to a movie together, nothing like that. And I didn't really know Andrew too well at all. He was your friend, so you guys were in high school together or whatever. And I'm 2 years younger than you guys. I'm like fresh out of college or whatever. So it'll be a little bit up, Alex. A little more. These are all lyric videos. Up, up, up. It'll be around here. So
right.
yeah, Runaway to the right. Yeah, there you go. And so, anyways, you guys have probably heard the story before. Like we got flown out. We shot it over a weekend, 3 days. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or whatever. And
Rented the gear in Calgary.
Rented the gear in Calgary and drove down. And it was just
What did we use? Did we use?
5Gs.
Yeah. 5Ds
These
lenses.
shitty lights.
We must have had 5D
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we rented from Calgary.
No, I think we
No, I
used.
think it was the Mark II.
It was
It
the
was
Mark
for
II. We
days.
rented
was it?
lenses.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So this,
because we got to use a fisheye, and then we didn't use one again for 7 years because we didn't own one.
yeah. No, this was all fucking experience. So this was the summer between my first year, or no, I think it might have been during my second year actually. Anyways, it was while I was still in film school, and the way
one
that
shot of parallax in this fucking thing. Sorry, I'm just watching. There's one shot with
'cause
camera movement. Yeah,
you
yeah.
couldn't. But it was one of those things where for me, it felt like you're the one who's at school and you should know what you're doing. So figure it the fuck out. And so this was like you'll see if you're ever on set with us and we're shooting a music video. Now I'm used to it. Now I'm fucking fine. But it's like now I can run through the sequences in my head. I can figure out what a music video is beginning to end, no problem. On the day, shoot it. I know what scenes we need. I know what scenes we don't have. I can do that shit. But this was the beginning of not knowing that you can do that. So you're like in my head, it's like you're stitching the whole thing together. You're like, we need these shots, we need these close-ups, we need these mediums, and it's like we probably, if we were to go back to this footage, it's probably we overshot because it's like you're trying to be a little careful. But yeah, it was like, not only was it like, figure this out, buddy, but also this guy and try to impress them and try to make them think that maybe you can know what you're doing and you're worthwhile having around and stuff. And anyways, like I said, it was just like this. This weekend for me was the definition of trial by fire. So I will always look back at this and the fact that it went from 0 to 100 filmed. Got to spend a weekend with Thomas and you guys.
And this is where it falls off for me.
Yeah, this is where we had to shoot very, very rapidly. Because I think it was like the last day we could shoot. We only had these two for like maybe an hour, so it was like we need this scene that ties the ending.
And we just didn't have the lighting fundamentals. Like
we didn't. No.
Most of the lighting in this is not accidental, but it's like
it is.
By and large, it's accidental. And then that room, it's just like it turns amateur so fast.
Yep.
Which is crazy to me.
Well, it was also like not just fundamentals of lighting, but like our equipment was like a few photography lights that we rented. Like we didn't have
tripod.
We could have used fucking desk lamps and lit that last scene better. Like it.
Diffusion.
Now,
Like before, everything leading up to that is like,
I think the
fuck,
issue-
it's pretty competitive. Like,
And the thing is, like, I think the issue too with that scene, it's not even so much. It was just that was literally like shoot this in 10 minutes. Like now,
we
they
need this.
have to leave or whatever. And then I really like the animation I did there for their album at the end. But yeah, I don't know. This video, it's our first video, obviously very significant. Before we were incorporated, even like this would have been around. This would have been the same fucking year as 12 podcasts, the first 12 podcasts of Christmas, and yeah, for me, it's a character, like a foundational, like prove you can do something. You
the lead actress married a famous hockey player.
Played for the Senators, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember we have the little rocks on the stands.
And that was like the first time I really.
Thomas was our grip, I would
We have
say.
behind the scenes footage of this. I found it the other day.
We do, yeah. You can see me in that shot, my reflection there, yeah.
Yeah, what a video.
Yeah, that was the League of Wolves era. It was a special era.
It was, yeah. So yeah, I think that one's like in a talk about music videos, Runaway has to come up at some point.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
It's
What would you
fundamental.
say? What was the? I don't want to throw anything or anyone under the bus necessarily, but what was the most challenging video that we've had to or challenging day of shooting, I guess.
A day of shooting?
On a video, yeah. Or like which video had the
I would say you and I when we shot fucking Mini Vandal. Like,
the first video, yeah, that was tough.
Because it's not just that it was a long day, it was that
The hottest day of the year.
And it was like it was one of those things where in your head
you
don't know what's gonna go on, so you don't know if they're gonna take a stand against you and they're gonna say, no, it has to be this way.
No, thankfully they were very
You won't find that one on there.
Okay.
I don't think, not that one.
No, you won't.
You can find it on YouTube, but it's fucking. It's it was a great.
You know, the other one we need to talk about is Wasteland. I see it right there. I think this is another one that was like kind of pivotal in our in at least from my perspective in our career.
Oh, Vimeo, very fancy.
This is just one of the first ones that we did where I was like, I can't believe we made this.
Mm-hmm.
Like Stickbreaker is incredible, but I don't know what it is about this one in particular. It's partly the combination of the song and the concept, partly the fact that we turned this like sand dune in southwestern Saskatchewan into a vast desert. But yeah, this one is like a special one for me, and like I love Dirty the Perks, so it's like cool seeing them. And like the costuming is really cool.
Yeah, the costuming
Oh, yeah.
is really
Well,
well done.
I can't remember who did all the costuming, but I think it was like 2 or 3
Yeah,
friends of Dirty and the Perks that
Yeah.
just did such a good job. It's like one of those things where
That shot also is like this is some of my favorite unintentionally brilliant shots. That where he's like fixing the fucking
Adjusting
it's just so good.
Yeah.
And then the shot where I think it's Corey where he just like he looks one way and then looks the other. In slow mo in the desert and everything, it just looks so cinematic.
This one actually is a good example. What's the Song of Victory? Is a good example of this as well. A great example of that. But it's like for that wide shot, using the space you have.
Yeah,
And-
maxing it out.
And just like thinking about what you're trying to do, like in a little more of a three-dimensional sense. Because it's like, it's one thing you'll run into if you watch other people's videos is like they'll feel constrained because they're like, we need to get everybody on a sand dune. And it's like, well, don't. Get the one to run 150 meters that way and then space them out that way and use the space you have.
Okay, our shot's coming up here for the wide here, Alex.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's
It's a character moment.
It's such a subtle.
It's acting, baby.
It's unintentional. The thing that I love about it is like,
There it is.
yeah, it's like so unintentional.
It conveys the we're lost.
Yeah,
so
it does.
well.
Yeah,
Just that little look.
Pivoting a little bit, we love this video. It turned out great. Ended up being 2 videos. Shiver and Twist is also good. This is the better of the 2, obviously, but
Yeah.
just 'cause
Hard to beat the sand dunes. There's some tracking, some more tracking, baby. There you
amazing.
Color change.
go. This one didn't. I think it was the other one, or maybe this one did. No, I think it was the other one. One of them we had smoke grenades in 2 of them, but we had to use the same shots. But so I had to change the color of the one. I either changed them from purple to orange, or I changed it from orange to purple. I can't remember.
One thing that we see a lot of in this province, especially, is photographers who do music videos. And I'm not sure if it's just because we do so much video ourselves, or if it's a thing that other people could pinpoint. But like, what is the biggest telltale that it's a photographer music video versus a
Great
production
composition,
company?
great lighting, light on story. Usually, like conceptually, it's lacking. It's
Conceptually lacking.
Yeah.
I would say also lots of like the still, like well composed still frames with
Yeah.
very little
less movement.
life.
Yeah.
Well, they don't
less
have the
movement.
equipment to.
Yeah. Well, I'd say I think
Or even if they do,
part of it's
even if
they're
they
not,
do.
they're just not thinking about it in that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we were talking about, because we want to revamp our website pretty quick here. So we were talking about new languages to how we can sell ourselves and stuff. And one thing Andrew and I sort of thought was a good selling feature was like, hire us to, like, if you're gonna do a music video, you're gonna do a wedding, hire us to tell a story. Like we'll tell a story. We know how to tell a story via moving images. If you want a photographer, they're gonna give you a picture. They're not gonna like. The thing is, I don't want to disparage photographers because I think talented photographers are brilliant, and I think it's
It's just a different. It's people just equate the two, and they're very different skill sets.
Yeah.
And it's not that a photographer can't do a good music video, and not that we can't take good pictures because we've taken great pictures before. But it's just they're very different skill sets, and I think you can not necessarily in a bad way, but I think you can just tell when it's someone who is a photographer versus someone who is a video person.
Yeah, it's like somebody writing a novel versus describing maybe like a battlefield scene, like a battle, like a war reporter. It's like
Right.
Yeah.
you described this one event very well and you did it accurately, and it's like it did bring the image to my mind, but I didn't get a narrative sense of satisfaction. Versus
Yeah.
like a novelist or something is going to be able to tell a story beginning to end.
Yeah,
so like
that's a good comparison.
It's kind of like maybe it's like more of an instanced event versus a. You
And
want
I even think at
beginning,
this
end,
point we've
middle.
done it so many times. Even if I'm editing like a live event or a wedding, I'm doing it almost unconsciously.
Yeah, thinking about
It's
the
like,
story.
When
Yeah.
we're shooting weddings, it's like the one thing that I'm like, I know that's how my brain goes because I can't think in any other way. But it's like when I shoot a wide, it's like, well, now I want an over the shoulder here. If I have an over the shoulder here of him saying his vows, I want her reaction of the similar thing. So I need a close up of that. So it's like immediately. Well, it's like you're not editing at the time, but you're kind of editing in your head already, where it's like, I need this thing to present this thing so that in the wedding video, when he says the vow, she has a little laugh. You're trying to tell a little story or whatever. You're trying to put together a sequence rather than shoot the whole thing, hope that you got something like that, and then figure it out later. Like maybe while you're there, figure it out, try to get it.
Yeah.
Alex, if you could just go and check out. Here, I'll show you which one. Andrew was just speaking about what was challenging, and I want to scroll up. Love Sales here on the right hand side.
Oh yeah, baby.
We have to talk about this is another one. I don't know why I didn't think about this as our favorite video. This one looks so fucking cool and so good. I love the white bars.
Yeah, I do too, and I really like the double speed slow mo thing. I think the problem is if you're not us, you maybe see it in more simplistic terms. I think you take for granted the camera moving around. Maybe
You're talking about in the.
I just don't like people. People obviously aren't as fascinated by that shot as I am.
Because like conceptually, it's simple. You think about it, you're like, oh, that's easy to understand. It's like, now try to do it, motherfucker. Like, it's hard. It's really hard.
It's also hard. Like, it's one of those.
It's like a oneer in a film. It's like you watch a oneer.
That carry-on video, yeah.
You just, it's, or like in any movie, you think, oh, yeah, you shot it in one shot. That's lazy. It's like, no, actually, it's the opposite of lazy. It's really fucking hard to do a oneer, and it takes a lot of rehearsal and a lot of time. But your general audience is going to look at a oneer and be like, okay, yeah, you just have to cut less. Like, you had less editing to do. It's like, fuck you.
For me, what's the most rewarding about this whole process with this is the idea is quite simple.
Yeah.
The way of doing it is quite complicated.
Oh, yeah.
And my very first idea, I took completely to fruition and did it almost exactly as I had wrote. We actually found a piece of cardboard today where I did like the original
sketches.
just with a piece of fucking with a.
I remember when we were talking about how it was going to be achieved, and I remember sketching that out with you because
it was literally on this sheet of cardboard. This is where we keep all of our cardboard, obviously. Sorry, this is upside down. It's a complex plan. So I literally drew it. I think I even kept the dimensions. Very similar.
Hold it closer, like in front of you, so that you can get a close up.
Yeah, there you go.
So as you can see there, I designed a device.
And the shot we're talking about is like the shot where they're rotating 360 degrees around. That is really difficult to achieve with a lot of equipment. Like if you want a cinema camera with a cine lens and like lights in there and stuff, like you might have seen like these party videos where they put a cell phone in a rotating thing. But it's like if you want to like get lights in, or if you don't light it, get a cine camera and there are cine lenses. If you want to not see the pole,
That's it. If you want to put a bunch of subjects in a circle and have the camera spin around to them, that is pie.
Yeah.
Having the camera spin around the people is the hard part.
Yeah.
I can put a camera in the middle of a room and get a little turntable and just have it spin around them. But getting the camera to go, can you go back, Alex? Sorry. Oh yeah. Just go to like the middle of the video anywhere. It's a fairly well-used shot. Of course, this is like right after.
Yes, having your subject here and the camera orbit around them.
yeah.
I
In a
really don't
perfect
know how
360.
besides having it on a dolly track.
And what was fucking challenging about this was like, so Bradford, the idea came up with us to use a screwdriver motor, but we had a battery powered screwdriver. So obviously, drill. And so obviously the battery immediately starts dying, and like the power you're getting from the battery goes less and less and less. So the rotation speed of this, and it was like it's hard to.
So this was a failure on my part.
Well, it's not a failure. It's just like one of those unforeseen things.
So you can see here, like, there's nothing. You don't see anything. You just see them.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, anybody would look at this and be like, yeah, you could just run around them with a camera. It's like, no,
Not in a
dickhead.
perfect
It needs to
360.
be perfect. That's the thing. It needs to be precise. It needs to be perfect. It needs to be a perfect 360. You can't
Like,
just do
it's
this
so
with a steady cam.
Like no amount of warp
I
stabilizer.
remember-
The greatest cameraman of all time.
It's one of those things where I was actually had a client meeting today, and we were talking about video, and it's like a lot of the things when you're doing video or in a film, to just the average person, if it looks right and it's done well, they're like, oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
They don't care about it at all.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
all of
second
filmmaking.
it's a tiny bit off. It's like this whole thing is
The
dog shit.
shortcoming with this was two things. The original actual the idea for the concept was to have it match up and have the exact same speed.
Yeah. Because it would have been better, way easier for editing. Because like the idea was to always be able to cut to them at a similar moment in their playing. So it's like if it's a front on shot with the drummer, and then it's rotating to the 45, like, then cut to the guitarist, and then he's also at an exact 45 and whatever. So there is
it's
a little
like
bit
they're
of,
changing.
yeah, so you can see there are like jumps and a little bit of fudgery. But I think we ended up doing a pretty good job. Like, we lined it up, we, like, a little bit is cheating and stuff, but it ends up, some of it, like, it looks, like, there you go. There, we jump from back to front. But, no, I think we used all the best spots. I don't know. It ended up working out brilliant.
So the crazy thing about this device is that it stretches 20 feet from end to end.
Huge.
Like, it is a massive piece of equipment. And
Because you got to think, like, we have a drum set right in the middle, and it's like, you can't have, like, the width of a drum set, then camera right here. It's like, no, you need the width of the drum set, then you need enough space between the drum set and the camera to fit a decent lens in there. Because you can't just throw a fisheye on, because then, like, that's going to cause all these other problems. So you want, like, a decent lens, like a 24 or 50 mil. So to get a fucking whatever, let's say it was a 24 mil to keep it small. To get the 24 mil far away enough for the drums, you can get a full shot. I don't know if any of this makes sense to anybody, but, like, you need a ton of space. And I remember, like, when we were talking initially, and it was like, because I remember you're like, well, we could probably do that. It's like, no, it's gonna.
We need space.
It's really gonna fucking need to go. And it's like, yeah, and then the size that you ended up going with ended up being perfect. Like, I don't think we could have gone any smaller, but like that was like the exact size we needed.
And sorry, just to close this out. When I did my test, obviously, so I was using a battery-powered drill, and the more you pull on the trigger, the harder it goes. So when I did my initial test, I would like pull the trigger half speed, and then it would like swing around nice. And then when we get to the day of, we're like, the song is way too high energy. Like, it needs to be going as fast as it can to get the shots to look like. We want it to like whipping around them, because originally how we had it like too slow. It was like, this looks not good.
And it's funny. It's like, even this, you might look at this and be like, it was kind of slow. That camera was fucking moving.
Flying.
Like,
terrifying.
If somebody would have gotten their head clipped, it would have killed them.
I was just
like,
gonna say, like, I'm amazed no one got injured.
Well, we said on the day, we're like, oh, this is one of those ones where it's like, we're an indie filmmaking company.
But we do things like, Brad, with your experience in the oil field and stuff, like, we, as much as we're guerrilla, we do things as safe as we possibly can. Like,
you always say,
we're conscious of being safe the whole time.
We always say to people, like, if you are uncomfortable for fucking a second, tell us. We're not going to be mad about it. We're not going to be the guys that say, "Oh, fuck you, you fucking little," like, we're not going to do that. Like,
all right, stand here on your mark, discharge 4 rounds, and we're rolling.
Yeah.
If this idea had come, again, this is one of those things where it's like way under budget. Like, nobody else would ever have fucking pulled this off for the money.
Yeah.
And we were paid well for it. It was not like they didn't chit out. They were super fair, 7 Mile Sun, and we took it upon ourselves to do it. They weren't like, build this crazy thing. Nobody else could have built that thing for what we did it for. Not a fucking chance. If we had done it with a proper budget, under proper circumstances.
Camera guy.
Which one?
The master shot, camera one.
Someone on battery?
Yeah, we'll swap batteries quick.
Anyway, if we had done that video under a proper budget, I would have made it. Well, first of all, we would have had the proper space, so we would have had lots of room, and I would have made.
Sound
so
stage.
all it was two posts and the thing swinging around.
Yeah.
So it needed a counterbalance to counterbalance which I built out of a wrench, fucking welded to a piece of flat bar and hung a sandbag off it.
Yeah.
Looking at the camera or the TV so much, try to move your mic so that's always closer to your mouth. Because, yeah, I'm always looking because whenever you guys turn
Anyway, so the biggest thing to take away from that is I would have built it with 4 posts. And then I would have taken some sort of strap and put it all the way around so nobody could step foot in that.
Yeah.
Like, you would have known what the border of the thing was.
What the parameters were, so it would have been safe. Yeah.
You know, I mean, whatever. You couldn't have done that. That would have been cost prohibitive. Now we're essentially doubling our material and build costs.
Yeah.
Not doable. Already pretty not doable from where we're at. But I think. I'm just trying to think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew. Like, we haul that thing up there, and I wouldn't be offended if your first thought was, this thing is fucking crazy. Is this even gonna work?
No, I know. I've known you for long enough to know that you wouldn't have come there if you weren't like reasonably certain that it was going to perform the task. Like you would have, like, your dying breath would have figured it, or whatever, or you would have admitted defeat, but like it would have been a long road to that.
Because holy shit, the
welding and the treadmill motor you had to pull out, and it was too fast. You had to figure out a way to. You couldn't run it with the treadmill speeds because that fucking like hundreds of miles an hour.
That was way too fast.
Yeah, I want to say it's never that it doesn't work. It's always like it's not exactly the way that you envision, because there's always some little like whatever. But no, the fact that it's like, yeah, it's like you said, it's like no one else could ever just pull this out of their back pocket. Like anywhere else, they would just said nope, just. Can't do it.
Yeah, that's
we just won't do it. It's like let's just do it in another way. And it was
they wouldn't have pitched the idea, because I mean, to be fair, we pitched this idea to them, and they're like, "We trust you guys," and I think we pulled it off really well.
I wish I had the test footage, but it's like somewhere range. We bought this. I got this little lazy.
That amazing thing.
I got this little lazy Susan just to like show. Because I needed to like present it to them to be like, this is kind of what I'm thinking or whatever. And so I got this little lazy Susan. And I have this little toy Godzilla. Right here he is, actually. He's the Millennium Godzilla, my favorite look at the Godzilla. Anyway, so I had this little toy Godzilla and a lazy Susan. So I created this little rod and put my phone on the rod and then had it rotate around the lazy Susan, had Godzilla in the middle, so that I could be like, this is kind of what I'm thinking. Can we do this on like a really big scale or whatever? And then it was Brad's job to figure out the actual fucking how it was going to work.
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm wondering, is them rotating in the middle the same effect?
No.
What do you mean?
Like them on the lazy Susan camera stays stationary.
Do you think you get the same effect?
No, you wouldn't.
No.
Because,
This is the only way you can do this, I think.
If you want to see what that looks like, watch Hackers, because they do that in Hackers in a moment to like do a montage where they do it, and they actually put people on a huge like thing to spin them around. It looks really bad. It looks so bad.
Like this looks better?
Much better.
Well, dude, it's like it's precise. It's like they never their pivot point
is the exact same
centered. So it's like
they're the exact
looks,
same difference from the distance from the
To have the actual subject spin is like a lazier version of doing that effect. The guys in Hackers wanted to achieve this effect, and instead thought it was better to shove people on a gigantic lazy Susan.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. Then they need to spin and try and play, and they would get so dizzy.
Yeah.
It's also just it's a completely different. Like I still like
different aesthetic, different vibe.
Completely different.
We brushed over it a little bit with Wasteland, but we were nominated for our first SMA with that video as well, which I think we've got some hardware here. All very proud of all of it. 2 years in a row, community votes Production Company of the Year. But I think that first SMA nomination was
very
my
nice.
favorite recognition we've gotten.
Yeah,
exteriorly.
I always
not what happened at the actual.
No, yeah, I described it as there's Everests, right? So it's like you have your Everest. So I think our first Everest was like get nominated for SCMA. You get that nomination, and then it's like then win an SCMA. Boom, won the SCMA, and then it's like okay, that's good if they recognize us, that's fine. But we've done that, been there, done that. That's fine. I'm that past that chapter of my life. I don't really care about if they never say my name again. It's like I'm never gonna be bothered by it. And then but then SMAs. So it's like our first SMA nomination was this big like. Okay, so it's cool getting nominated with the SCMAs. That's cool. And it's awesome when they recognized us. But SMAs, like in this province, that's as high as you can get in terms of awards in music video stuff. So we got nominated once, and then you get nominated twice, and you're like, okay, this isn't a fluke. Like
back to
this
back.
year, back to
back too. Yeah.
So that was cool. I also wanted to another question I had for this episode specifically was. What was your...
Well, you didn't do your challenge.
No, I said the SMA. That was like our nomination. That was like my favorite.
No, but you were saying what was most challenging.
Oh, most challenging day.
My challenge was building that fucking thing.
Building that thing. Fran, yeah, it was ooh, that's a real... I don't know.
I mean, I could bring up
lots
any of those videos that were effects heavy were always whatever, but that's just whatever.
Yeah, probably the day of that one.
That was rough. That was a bad day.
Shoot. That was a long.
I gotta
It
say,
was a
the
bad
band, they're
confluence.
such nice people.
Oh, it was a bad confluence of circumstances more than it was anything else.
Also,
Thank-
trying to
thank-
get the convenience store for
Yeah, you guys had a
that
fuck
was
of a
fun.
time doing that.
was,
Yeah.
that was a big challenge.
whatever. You can keep going with your next question. I just thought.
But yeah, no, I kind of am with you both on those. Maybe ironically, the whole front row seat thing, and speaking with that fucking company here and trying to be so explicit about, do we have everything we need to make these fog machines work? Yes. Are you sure? Like, I'm driving fucking 3.5 hours away, and if these don't work, there's a problem. I need to, like, do we have everything we need for these machines? Yes, we
And
do.
then we didn't have the controller,
And then they didn't send us the fucking controllers.
so we had to cut an extension cord apart and jump the pins in the fucking.
Once again, it's like that. It's a great example of like the fact that we have guys who have this rural Saskatchewan background who like have had to do this stuff. You do that in Vancouver, it's the end of the. We have to cancel the shoot. What do we tell the professors? No, they're gonna fail. Like that's what happens there. Like every fucking freak out. Nobody knows what to do. There's no solution
There's
or
no
whatever.
figuring it out. Yeah.
And then here, it's like that's the thing. It's like it's such a.
I know what my worst day was.
Well, not necessarily worse.
Well,
but
like most challenging, whatever. Give me a fucking pit in my stomach for a client that we were never going to get and didn't have, not at all music video related. Showing up, I think I've talked about this before, but showing up to the shoot and not bringing the fucking cards.
This is the
to
new thing.
camera.
Is pit in the stomach days?
No,
is that what
no,
we're
it's just a
introducing?
challenge. But yeah, I showed up. I didn't have cards for the camera. Had to call Brad and be like, "Hey, buddy, like, you need to drive an hour and get these things to me, or else this is a total waste." And so for the hour and whatever a half that I had to
You fake
wait,
God.
I had to pretend like I was shooting video. And how are the shots looking? Oh, they're great. Like, don't come over here and look. They're looking good.
Yeah.
that's fucking funny.
But what I was going to say is, is there a particular piece of equipment that we purchased that was like, oh, baby, this is it?
I feel like I say it every time we get anything new. I say like, "Oh, this is a game changer." It's because I feel that way every time we get something new.
Yeah.
You guys are steady.
Yeah, the Ronin S3
Yeah.
is like, for me, is the most watershed. Like,
This because you said
Yeah.
the thing about when you don't notice something in a film, that's when
Yeah.
you know you're doing a good job. That's the Ronin S3s. The fact that they don't fuck up.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
and especially in contrast. Well, yeah, you were talking about it, but
I think-
you know the
I think for me,
problems.
it was the cine lenses and like what we were able to achieve when we got those in terms of like focal length and like low light performance and just general the look we were able to achieve on projects consistently.
Yeah, you
once
could
we
tell
got
that
those.
we weren't shooting on photo lenses anymore.
No.
It's like everybody else in the province is shooting on photo lenses. Great
Yeah.
Store Productions, they have cine lenses. Like they're able, like we're getting stuff that nobody else can really do. And that, I love that we've it on a not on a budget, but on we have always found the ways to set ourselves apart in terms of the quality of our work. Whether it be techniques, whether it be equipment that we're going to keep our eye on, whether it be
Technology.
whatever, it's like we always are like, how do we
Pushing the
for the
boundaries
least amount of
somehow.
money? How do we put ourselves way ahead of anybody else? Because it's like everybody else is focused on it. I don't want to shit on people, but it always feels like people are focused on the wrong thing. Like, why are you? Don't be concerned about fucking renting a red. Why are you wasting this money renting a fucking red for a single project? Why don't you take that whatever couple $100 that's gonna take you to rent a red for a week, invest in buying a fucking cine camera that you can now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for me with the Ronin S3, and what the best example so far is when we recently just did the SAS Colleges shoots. We were driving all over tight deadlines, like filming for an hour, driving 2 hours. Film for an hour, drive 2 more hours. And we had to get it all done in one day. And we are setting up and tearing down at every site. And we're doing it so fast. And if we had any of our older Steadicams, it would not have been fucking possible. No fucking way.
no.
They are just like, you can get shit done with
Or
them.
even trying to do that without a Steadicam, like just on a tripod, you wouldn't have been able to achieve. I mean, obviously not be able to achieve the look, but even if we're like, okay, we're not going to try to set up, we're going to just tripod and slider. There's no way you're going to lug that thing around and have the versatility and be able to just go from shooting an interview right into doing B-roll, right back to an interview, right into the exterior shots.
Fucking incredible.
Yeah, it makes shoots. That's the thing. Is like we were talking about. Well, briefly, I brought up like budgets and what causes budgets and whatever. And now that we have these Steadicams that are so reliable, and the thing is, like I bring that up because we had the previous generation, and they just had they're great, but they had issues. They listed to the one side. Everything we shot had a fucking cant. You could tell what we shot back then because almost everything has a fucking canted angle or just a slight one, but you can tell. Or if it doesn't, we had to upsize the frame and then adjust for that canted angle. But I can still fucking tell. There's something about you just see it. But anyways, these new cameras, these new Steadicams, sorry, they didn't have that problem, and that was kind of the first thing that I really enjoyed was the fact that it's like, oh, I love that I don't have to fucking.
Boy, can DJ not build an app, and it's all on the camera with a fucking touchscreen.
Yes.
Like, let me put my mouth near your crotch because that is so good. It's all done in-house. Calibrating. You can get kicked out of a helicopter. As long as you have it, you're there. You don't need 4 different Wi-Fis and Bluetooths and like all this stuff.
Such a fucking oversight.
It's like, do you have a flat surface? You're
great,
set.
buddy. You can film. You can shoot.
You have battery power and a flat surface. Let's fucking
You can fucking shoot. Yeah. And that's the thing. So it's like when we were shooting, like we shot recently, our most recent video for Justin LaBrache, who we were talking about before, we shot the whole thing on a single Steadicam. And actually, I actually really love that music video because of the constraint. It was one of those ones where we decided, we were like, let's try shooting this. We're going to shoot the whole thing on a Steadicam. We're going to shoot the whole thing with a 50 mil lens. And to be fair, it's like our 50 mil is our lens that can go down to the lowest f-stop and get a ND filter on it. We should invest in more ND filters. But so the lens is great. So it's like if you're shooting in a bright day, it's like the best lens because you're gonna get really beautiful footage with really blurry. What's the word? Depth of field. Yeah. Really fantastic shallow depth of field, and you don't have to sacrifice that because you're shooting a bright day. It goes down to 1.8. Brilliant little lens. So, but we decided on that day, it's like, well, let's try to fucking shoot the shit out of this. Let's make this look as cinematic as it can. So let's shoot the whole thing on the 50 mil with the ND filter, and we'll shoot it on the Ronin. And you watch that music video, and I always call it's the Batman, but it's country. So if you've ever seen Matt Reeves' Batman movie, that movie is also filmed on very low f-stops, lots of depth of field. You can't see shit a lot of the time. Looks beautiful movie though. But anyways, that was kind of like we said, it was the Batman, but it was country, and I think we achieved that. Like I think it looks great. I think it looks so cinematic.
Getting near the end of our hour here.
Yeah.
We
did equipment, right? Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't be. Did you say? Yeah, you said the S. You said the SI, so the city lenses. Wouldn't be a prehistoric podcast without some type of would you rather's. So I have a couple for us that we haven't done. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. In 10 years, we've never done these ones?
No, I don't think so. So would you rather have to go the rest of your life without shampoo or without toothpaste?
Shampoo.
Can I just use body water, like soap on my hair?
No, to the spirit of the thing. Don't try to come up with a fucking thing.
No, you can't. I would say nothing that would be
like a cleaning
optimal.
lather.
Yeah, nothing that would be optimal for cleaning your hair.
Nothing. Water. That's it. You have to run water through your hair. That's it. It's like your mouth. You can swish water in your mouth if you don't pick the toothpaste.
I probably.
And you could do like
the abrasiveness of the toothbrush probably actually does more than the actual paste.
So, interesting.
So
you could still use the toothbrush. Yeah, there's no paste.
I think I would keep the shampoo and just like whatever, just have some mint leaves and water.
Interesting.
I would have to say the same thing just because as a man with hair on my face, not having a way to actually clean the facial hair is very problematic. So I have to.
But you guys don't think with just water and a good fucking scrub, you guys can get the grease out of there good enough?
No, especially the beard. Beards get so greasy.
Yeah,
fucking food and
face
shit.
Oil.
My beard stinks.
Interesting. Yeah.
It gets stinky.
I can imagine. But it's like, I just assumed like get some fucking water in there. You just give it a good scrub with a fucking loofah or whatever they call them.
No, it wouldn't cut it. You need the lather to cut the
grease.
Cut the grease, yeah. Because you have it's like normal hair grease,
But
like from your
face
hair,
grease.
but also your facial oils are in
Oh
there.
yeah, I couldn't imagine.
So,
If my this felt like this, oh shit, got it.
Holy
That
hell!
was incredible.
Holy hell!
okay,
What was the Kevin?
Thank God we. Oh,
Kevin with the chili.
oh yeah.
okay. Would I rather?
The other one that I
Nothing
pulled
sexual
up.
yet.
No, that's. Why would you even say that? I
You
had such
always go
I had such a nice, like reasonable one, and you had to.
I didn't spill myself, which is fucking amazing.
And this rug is fucked, so that's fine.
That was good. Those
Where is
spilled
it?
And then kick the bottle
Oh
over.
no.
Okay, would you rather? This is the other one. In the same vein, would you rather have? Sorry, I thought I had it here. Would you rather have no body hair,
Yowza.
none whatsoever,
Yeah.
or no head hair? So nothing, like no eyebrows.
Oh wait, sorry. I assume when you said the no body hair, it was full fucking
No, like no nothing,
Oh.
like neck down, like you're a fucking newborn baby,
no body hair.
or nothing on your head.
No body hair. Hands down.
I gotta go into my head.
If you were fucking, you're gonna look like a psychopath with no eyebrows and no fucking head hair and no
can't.
beard. You,
Yeah.
beard man, beardy is gonna not
Yeah.
have a beard
No,
you're gonna look like the
this
most
is-
terrifying human being.
This is way too much of who I am now.
And that's a
And it's turning gray.
the mic, and that's like a personal to you thing because who is it? You and Kelsey that really, and then a couple guys when you take your shirt off.
Get around the fucking pool. Wait till the poolside.
Yeah, I look like
Never have to shave my balls again. Hell yeah.
if Shrek only ever lived in a cave and never saw the light of day without my beard. So I can't not have this. Plus, my head is a fucked up shape without the beard and the head
I
hair.
just have that
I
one
can't.
scar from when that girl threw that fucking bottle at me.
That was wild.
You would look like a fucking abomination. No hair on your fucking head. Nothing.
no eyelashes.
Jesus Christ.
No
Actually,
eyelashes, no
also,
eyebrows.
No nose hair anymore, no ear hair. I'm fucking set.
You're fucked, man. I don't know how you can justify that.
You would look like, I think it's in the new Dune movie.
It would be.
the fucking
I would go.
the Harkonnens. That's what the Harkonnens look like in the new Dune movie. Just fucking bald, no anything, just.
No, I.
And then you gotta get pale though. You
If
gotta
I-
stop going out in the sun.
If I don't
Then you'll
scratch
look
my
good.
chest and it doesn't go, that would lose all sense of who I am.
I mean, I would hate because like hair kind of helps keep your fucking ass cheeks apart and shit like that. Like the stops chafing. That would be a frustrating adjustment. But it's like when I was a kid, I didn't have any of that shit, and it worked just fine
oh, I was so fucked as a kid.
without the
The
hair.
day I became a man in that locker room in Hazlet High School.
Okay, quick question. And this is just like came to my brain now that we're talking about hair. Do you remember? Because I do vividly. Did you guys have like a first pube that just fucking erupted and was just like there by himself for a while? I did. I had a pube that was just hung out by himself for like months, probably maybe a year. I don't know, for a while, just by himself.
No, I'm fairly certain I woke up one day.
It was just full.
It was just like, I remember there was such a beautiful window that I don't appreciate enough because I had this fucked period where I had the treasure trail and it was crooked. And
That's shitty.
And I just had like the little bit around the nipples and stuff, like really. But then the chest hair
It's
came
like
in
me
like
currently.
the chest hair came in thick and nice, and I had no back hair and no shoulder hair yet. And I should have just lived in that moment. I should have just taken ketamine to slow time down and just lived in that moment.
I love the idea that ketamine, like it doesn't
Literally.
it doesn't like slow your perception of time.
Yeah.
It literally slows time. It's like South Park where they drink. We have to send you send you back into the Matrix.
Get drunk.
Send him to Jameson. Get drunk on Jameson.
Get so drunk. It's the only way to not be in the Matrix. Or no, is it to be in the Matrix?
Be in the Matrix.
Oh, to be in
again.
the Matrix.
Once you're out, they have to get
Get
drunk.
drunk. That's so funny.
Fuck those peppers.
How bad? Like, when did it stop? Because mine was like about 10 minutes after I was
I'm
fine.
at 15 probably.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been worse.
I'm so happy that it's over.
Yeah.
Maybe we should eat one every podcast.
I never realized how much I took for granted not having my mouth on fire.
It stung. It wasn't even hot. It was like because
it-
there are
it
some
did
peppers
hurt.
that feel heat. That just felt like fucking stinging, like a beehive
Yeah.
in your mouth.
And the other thing
They're
is,
really not meant to be like these are not
They're
eat
meant to
them
be
raw.
cooked.
They're like when you cook that's
they don't have a nice raw
No,
flavor.
they like how
jalapenos have a nice raw flavor.
jalapenos raw are fine.
Lovely.
Even a habanero, a tiny bit raw is okay. Like not the seeds, like just the flesh.
Yeah.
It has that same like jalapeno, like the tingle. But
And they don't smell.
no. I thought you were gonna eat it again.
No
Are you
fucking way.
fucking crazy?
No fucking way.
I might have to give her a chomp again. Fuck, but it was not pleasurable.
Do the whole thing.
No, I don't want to do the whole thing. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Make no difference.
Yeah, I think it would. More material.
Okay, on the next episode, Andrew's gonna eat raw capsaicin.
No. No.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. It's a terrible decision. I know exactly what's going to happen now. I remember the feeling so well.
That was terrible. Why would you do that to yourself?
This is going to be worse because I did the seed. Last time I fucking bit and I swallowed.
Okay, last
So-
thing we're gonna do before the episode ends is, Alex, could you bring up arrows because we just got nominated for SMA again.
Oh, God.
And I promise this will be the only suck fest, glaze fest for ourselves.
We're gonna we got 12 episodes of Glaze,
Yeah.
11 more coming
not-
out.
Give him a
This
big
is-
globe. Give him a big globe over there, please. I have that empty, or that one of you have cracked, please. Please, for the love of God.
Brad,
Oh, is that cracked?
The
Oh, sorry,
Cronenberg?
it looked not cracked. Yeah, that would be great too. Whatever. I don't care.
I gotta open it with a bottle opener.
Oh,
Where did I
what
put
a
my
dumb
keys?
thing.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
I don't know. It doesn't taste very good, so that's why I didn't drink mine.
I don't care.
Cronenberg is awful, not draft.
I think these are also old.
Draft Cronenberg is amazing. Bottled Cronenberg is fucking dog water.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
this
I was
expired
so
in June of 2022.
fucking man. You know what I just did right
Beer.
there?
It's not expired. It's best before.
You know what I just did right there too? I like chewed it and then I fucking moved it to the other side and chewed it and then moved it. Like I don't know
Why?
what. Just like it was like my eating habit. I wasn't
You didn't
thinking.
consciously do it.
I wasn't thinking.
Anyway, this is our video. This is Arrows for Son of Handley at Hanson, formerly of the Sheepdogs.
Four-time Juno Award-winning
This is our
guitarist.
transition scene that everyone loves.
That's
Beautiful.
that's
Like
tracking.
Francois did it.
If
I would love to go through. That was
if
actually
we win-
a lot of complicated tracking because it needed layers.
If
my
we
God.
end up winning the SMA, it will be because of that shot specifically.
Probably, yes.
We won't. We shan't win the SMA.
The Money
but
Rain, I also fucking love.
I'm so ashamed of this video, but in a good way. I just there was like effects that I wanted to do in this video, but we needed to get it done in a certain amount of time. And so there was so the Money Rain is a great example. I wanted to track it so the money was all green, but it would have been so difficult, so time consuming, that we just couldn't have done it.
Oh, you did all this effects shit on the hands. Looks
Yeah,
great.
and I had a
Also-
lot of other more pressing stuff to do.
the effects makeup also, Maddie, got to shout her
Actually,
out.
this is a
This
great
is a cool
example
ring.
of stuff
Yeah.
they did. Well, Spider-Man 3. This is a great example of what the kind of stuff that you were trying to do in Spider-Man 3 that I did, and I did it better in this video. Oh my God.
Okay. Would you rather eat a live cockroach or drink a full glass of milk that is like expired, for a week?
Live cockroach.
I don't ever want to ruin the experience of milk.
Cockroaches might taste good.
I try very hard to never drink expired milk because I love milk so much. I never want to hurt that experience. I want milk and I have a good relationship right into the grave.
Okay. Would you rather eat a live cockroach or drink one sip, good long swallow of old pasta water?
Don't fucking say that. We're not
It'll be
doing it.
over soon.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode. been 10 years.
10 years. Expect we're going to have some awesome guests, as we usually do.
We're going to have like actual guests of people we don't know.
At least one.
Well,
At least one is confirmed. Probably bring back some favorite guests or not favorite guests. I don't know. What does our fan think? I don't know who their favorite guest is. But
Also,
Us, I haven't.
I'm going to
invited
call
any
somebody out right now. Matt Cater. You used to be a fucking huge fan of the podcast. You used to watch it all the time. What the fuck happened? I haven't seen a comment. I haven't seen a fucking anything. I don't care. But it's like I haven't seen her like, oh, so that she used to remember back in the day, it used to be like Christmas time and she would send us messages like, oh yeah, I'm at the office watching the episodes of the podcast. Come on now. It was you and Dallas. You were our fans. Come back. We need our one of our two fans back.
we got Swade, and you know what? Swade's pretty okay if you ask me.
That's true. I always neglect to say Swade, and he always gets mad at the fact that we neglect the fact that he also
Swade,
watches every single one.
I didn't forget you, Swade.
So he didn't.
I love you. Don't even do that to Swade. He deserves so much better than that.
Who?
Yeah, he might be your summer friend, and you know what? We may not see each other all the time. You're the real one, Swade. Love you, buddy.
Okay, well, we're going to eat the rest of these off camera. You can promise you that.
Brad specifically is going to do it. We're going to blend them up into a smoothie. He's going to drink them.
Oh, my nose is running.
I don't know how these people eat scorpion this and butt liquor that and all this da bomb and shit. Why? You're the reason
Makes
that
for
things
good
are
content.
happening. No, I was going to just...
We'll see you on episode number 2.
Okay, drive safe.
Thank you very much for tuning in for another year of this bullshit.